Hi everybody, my name is Karen and I am a Norwex consultant. I'm so glad you're here tonight joining us on Facebook. I want to teach you about a new and better way to clean. Some of you may have heard of Norwex, although I'm sure a lot of you probably haven't. It's still fairly new. It's in like 2% of the households in the United States. But I'm going to jump right in so that I can keep this video moving before I chicken out. No, Norwex is all about chemical-free cleaning. Hopefully some of you had the opportunity to do some of the challenges that I posted in the previous days. If you did, you learned that these chemicals that we're using around our homes are at best ineffective and at worst dangerous. I know I personally had no clue that I was not using my antibacterial like it was even supposed to be used before I started with Norwex and started doing some research. I was in essence just spraying chemicals around my home and leaving them on my surfaces and in the air for my family to breathe, and I kind of felt a little sick to my stomach after I started learning about this stuff. So don't be scared though, because Norwex has the solutions. These products are amazing. The basis of the Norwex products, for lack of a better term, is microfiber technology. They're the leading innovator in microfiber technology. Most of you have heard of microfiber and probably even have some at your home. I know you can buy it just about anywhere, Walmart, Target, the grocery, and you can get it pretty cheap. The difference is the microfiber that you're buying there is intended to be used with chemicals. Norwex has manufactured theirs, has mastered theirs, if that's the right word, so that you don't have to use it with chemicals, and that's the beauty of it. It's going to save you money because you're using water, just water, regular tap water, to clean almost everything in your house. I'm going to tell you how all this works and what makes it work in just a minute, but before I do that, I want to show you one of my favorite demos. It's wonderful. So this is butter, just a stick of butter that I took out of my fridge, putting it on my window. As you know, butter, I mean, is there anything grosser or greasier than butter to try to get off of a window? I don't think so. I had to come over and get my other cloth. But here's the thing, Norwex and the way they have created their microfiber, it removes everything from a surface, not just wiping it around or waiting for a chemical to try to kill it or anything else. It actually removes it from the surface. I see it. Okay, so dirty, greasy butter. You can imagine if you were cleaning this in the traditional way and using paper towels and a glass cleaner, you'd have to spray this, I don't know, maybe 5 squirts and a whole wad of paper towels, throw those away. You'd probably have to come back and do it again, and in the end it'd probably be all streaky anyway. I'm using my microfiber EnviroCloth. This is the flagship product. This is the Mac Daddy, I suppose you could say, of Norwex. Just wet with water from my tap. I'm going to take it and try to hold my camera while I wipe this butter off. My windows are cold too. Okay, then I'm going to take my window cloth. This is like the polishing cloth for any shiny surfaces. And I'm just going to wipe over, kind of dry it off. This window cloth is what's going to give you a streak-free shine every time. I hope you can see that. I'm going to have to check the video, but I think you will. It works. It works every single time, I'm telling you. I know before I attended my first Norwex party, I had recently decided to take on the project of cleaning all my windows. It took me a better part of a school day, my time, to do this. I did the insides and the outsides. I was so proud of myself. And later on that day, the sun changed positions and there were streaks everywhere. And it was so disappointing because I had spent a lot of time and energy thinking, you know, it'll be worth it in the end. Never again. You cannot imagine how quick and easy cleaning your windows is from here on out. Not just your windows, the mirrors, any shiny surface really. This stuff works every single time. For your car, for your windshield. Trying to clean your windshield, never my favorite thing. But that's how I got my husband interested in the product, was cleaning the insides and outsides of my windows, and he was amazed. So, and again, all of this is without chemicals. It's just with water. So, like that picture I posted, the little kid licking the window. At my house a year and a few months ago, that child would have been licking Windex and all that other gross stuff. Now the child is licking water and the dirt that God puts in the air. So I feel a lot better about it. The other great thing, I mean, your kids can do this because there's no chemicals. They can't hurt anything. It's amazing. Here we go. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about how it works. The thing with our microfiber, this is the cloth, it's wet right now. The thing with our microfiber is it is 200 times thinner than your typical microfiber. In order to be considered microfiber, the strands have to be 1/60th the size of a human hair. At Norwex, they guarantee that every strand is at least 1/200th the size of a human hair. Now, the reason that's important is because they're able to pack so much fiber into the cloth. And that creates like little pockets, almost little shovels that actually, like I showed you on the window, removes everything from a surface. So the size of the fiber allows for the density of the weave of the cloth. In fact, if you took this cloth and stretched it out, if you had two people going the opposite way, stretched it out, they would actually, one would be in Canada, one would be in Mexico, and they'd be connected by a single fiber. So that's a lot of fiber in just one cloth. But that's what makes it work so well. Again, you're cleaning with just water. It's the cloth that's doing the cleaning, not some sort of chemical. So those are our two big wig products, so to speak. The EnviroCloth, which I always think of as the EnviroCloth for everything. You can literally replace almost every cleaner in your home with just this EnviroCloth. It's safe on every surface. The only thing they don't recommend it on is like your flat screen TV, because those are so very sensitive, and anything that is coated with, you know, like your glasses or something that's coated with a anti-glare. So protein is a building block of bacteria. That means in order for bacteria to be present, there has to be protein. I have an egg here from my refrigerator. I'm going to break it open here right on my nice little Norwex cutting board, get it all goopy. The cutting board is made of natural rice husks. It's one of my new favorite products. I've had it for a couple months now and I absolutely love it. So we have protein on the cutting board here. I ordered a test online. It's just a simple presence of protein test. Here's the test tubes. You can see all the liquid at the bottom is all blue. Tells you here it's blue when there's no protein present. When there is protein present, it will turn purple. So Norwex, of course, does extensive, expensive tests to verify that all of their products work like they should. But this is just a simple, quick test off the internet. So here's my protein. Almost forgot to swab it. Got my little swab here. Open my first test tube. Swab the goopy egg. Put it right in the test tube here. And you're going to see that it starts pretty quickly, there we go, to turn purple. So, purple. Now I'm going to use my EnviroCloth. This again is your everything cloth. This is the one that can replace 90% or almost all of the chemicals in your home. When we're using the cloth, we want to fold it in half again. This gives the maximum surface area to pick up stuff. We're used to wadding things. We want to try to keep it like this. So I'll just wipe this with my EnviroCloth. Get my next test tube. See, it's still blue. My swab. Run it over the area. Put it in my test tube. And this one's going to stay blue. I've shown that I have effectively removed everything from that surface, all that goopy, gross protein. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to run my water a little bit, get it hot. Most of the time when you're cleaning with Norwex products, you simply have to rinse with hot water, opens up all the fibers, and then hang it to dry. They all have this tag on it for easy hanging. You do launder these. I'm going to talk about that or post about that a little bit later. The care of the cloths is critical, but it's just as simple as using them, so you'll be amazed. So I'm going to rinse it well with hot water. That's going to release everything from the cloth. Squeeze it out. Now I just want to show you that I'm not transferring anything from my cloth into, I'll move down to this surface. I think you can still see me. And then I'm going to use my third test tube. And a new one. Swab this area. And this also will stay new. So again, showing that it's removing everything from the surface instead of trying to clean or kill or anything else. I'm sorry, it is cleaning. Cleaning is actually, technically, the definition is to remove everything from a surface. So it is indeed what Norwex is doing, and not necessarily what all those chemicals we used to do. The next thing I want to talk to you about is the second reason that the Norwex microfiber is so far superior. The first was the tiny little strands that we use, the 1/200th the size of a human hair, that we can pack together in one cloth so that it can lift things off the surface. The second thing is, you know, once you're cleaning with your cloth, all the germs and bacteria, dirt, dust, all that stuff that gets in there, like I said, most of it will rinse out with the water, but the cloth is effective enough that it will hang on to some of it. With Norwex, they have infused all of their fibers with microsilver. The reason that's important is that bacteria cannot grow in the presence of silver. Silver does not allow that. That's one of the properties of silver. So when they put this in your cloth, what that's going to do, it's going to keep your cloth from getting that crusty feeling, that stinky smell, all those reasons that you A, have to launder your cloth so often, and B, have to replace them after a certain amount of time. So here it is in one sentence. Because of the density of the microfiber, you're actually removing 99% of germs and bacteria from your surfaces, not just certain strains, but all of them. And because of the microfiber, the microsilver in the cloth, anything that doesn't rinse down your drain is being purified out of the cloth while it hangs to dry. While I'm here in the kitchen, I want to talk to you just about a few more of the products that will be featured in the shopping catalog tonight, some of my favorites. The first one is the kitchen cloth. This is very similar to the Enviro cloth. The difference is the weave. You can see the weave has ridges in it. That's going to let go of the crumbs, all the stuff that you're cleaning up on your counters and your tables a lot easier than the Enviro cloth. The Enviro cloth I use for my heavy cleaning jobs. This is what I use on a daily basis for as many times as I have to wipe everything up. The other nice thing is it dries a lot quicker. It's not as thick as the Enviro cloth. So because again you're using it all the time, it's going to dry quicker. Once it's dry, once again the microsilver has gone to work and it's self-purified. So you're never going to have that stinky kitchen cloth anymore. Or I probably wash mine maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks even sometimes, depending. The other thing, and these are my new favorite colors, I just got them like a week ago, pomegranate. This is my kitchen towel, very similar, same weave as the kitchen cloth. You can see through it there. Dries super quick. I mean, how many times a day do you dry your hands or dry the dishes coming out of the dishwasher, anything like that? Dries super quick, has the microsilver in it, self-purifies, don't have to wash it all the time. I used to have a drawer full of kitchen cloths and towels because I had to, launder them so often. Now I have two. This is my favorite color though. My husband dried my car with it last night. He washed my car in the garage and dried it with my brand new pomegranate kitchen towel. No big deal because it's Norwex and it self-purifies and, all that stuff, but still. Anyway, this is the fruit and veggie scrub cloth. This one is great. This side is very rough for cleaning like potatoes, anything with a skin on it. This side is more for polishing like apples and your softer stuff. These don't have backlock in it, so you can wash them regularly with your laundry detergent and stuff. but they are nice because they'll take off all the pesticides, all that kind of stuff that you get, people touching your stuff in the store, you don't know who touched your stuff, all that stuff, and then you just hang it to dry by its tag here. They all too, the tags will all, they'll tell you number one if they have the back lock, which is the microsilver, and they'll tell you also the name of the cloth. So when you're first starting out, sometimes it's hard to remember which cloth goes with which job. So that's the fruit and veggie scrub cloth. I love that one. This one is a sleeper product. Nobody gets excited about this until you actually try it, but this is definitely one of my favorite products. This is, they call it a dishcloth. It's really more like a net, but it is one of the best scrubbers you'll ever find. You can spill flour all over your counter and wipe it up with just this. It's amazing. This is what you can use, no backlock in it, so you can get it soapy. This is what I use to scrub off my dishes, you know, when like the maid hasn't come yet and everybody's left their stuff in the sink and it's all crusted and gross. Cereal from this morning, stuff like that. This is what I get it out with before I put it into my dishwasher, and then I just hang it over my sink here and it dries out and ready to use again. Because it's a net, it won't hold onto any food. I hate food on my cloth when I'm washing dishes. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. This won't hold onto it. For that reason, it never smells. The way I clean mine then is when I run the dishwasher, I just throw it over the top shelf and it's ready to go again. Love, love, love that. My husband loves that one too, so go figure. Again, I mentioned this before. This is the cutting board rice husk. Natural rice husk is what this is made of. The bottom has this nice thick rubber part on it so it never scooches when you're trying to cut a bunch of stuff and it's wet all around. I love, love, love this one. Oh, also, and my counter cloths. These I've just had for a couple of days. I just got this in. This is the little house. The house is a limited time only item, but the cloths are going to stick around. They're called counter cloths. They are the size of a half sheet of paper towel. You can see there. And the idea behind them is to replace your paper towels. You grab those for quick cleanups and spills. They're very thick and absorbent. I don't know if you can tell by the weave, but it's a very thick absorbent weave. I have one drying on my house right now that I use to wipe up around my sink after loading my dishwasher. So I'm getting used to those. I love those though. This is another thing I want to show you. This is our chenille hand towel. This is used for drying your hands afterward. The nice thing about it, it's so nice and fluffy. The nice thing about it is it doesn't dry your hands all the way, I want to say. It's hard to explain. You really have to try it. But leaving your hands a little bit on the moist side is actually good for your skin. I never knew that either. So I use a lot less hand cream when I use these, and I really do like it. I wasn't sure I would. I really do. I also keep one of our Norwex hand towels hanging up here. It's what I commonly use to wipe up water because, once again, it's thin, it dries quickly, has the microsilver in it, which the chenille hand towel does too. So they self-purify while they dry. Next is our shower scrub mitt. This is a mitt that you can use to clean your shower, your bathtub. The one side is scrubby. It's awesome for getting off soap scum. The other side is kind of soft for polishing, say, your faucet. Get the water off there, make it look shiny. This kind of side kind of does for the shower scrub mitt what the window cloth does for the Enviro cloth. I just keep mine hanging right here in my shower, and then I can clean the shower while I'm in the shower. Happens a lot more often when I do it that way than the major project of fuming up my entire bathroom, trying to open windows, choking myself out trying to clean the shower. That didn't happen very often because it was such a major job. Now it's quick and easy. Same with the bathtub. Take it in the bathtub with me. I can just clean everything off while I'm sitting there in the bathtub. Truly amazing. This is the Norwex toilet brush. Love, love, love this. It has an antibacterial agent that prevents the growth of bacteria, germs, all that kind of stuff on the brush. It's a thermodynamic rubber. I don't know how well you can see, but they're all molded into one piece so that there's not a lot of cracks and crevices for grody stuff to get into. They're very flexible and soft, but sturdy enough to get all the grossness out of your toilet. Also has this nice little brush for going around under the rim to really get under there. And like I said, it has an antibacterial agent, so as it is drying, it's going to self-purify itself a little. Okay, I have some more products here for you. First of all, the body cloths and the makeup cloths. These are some of the customer favorites for sure. The makeup removal cloth is this one. It has the microsilver in it also to self-purify. This one is a little bit more of a suede feel. It's very soft for like around your eyes, stuff like that. You can effectively take off all your makeup with just this cloth. Even waterproof mascara comes off with just this cloth and water. Amazing, good for your skin, definitely. Saves you tons of money. How much do you think you spend on all the eye makeup remover, face cloths, wash, all that kind of stuff? I do use moisturizer after this, but you'll be amazed at how you don't get that dry, crusty feeling after you wash your face. That's the soap that is doing that. So the makeup remover cloth is amazing. Body cloth. This is also can be used to take off makeup with. This one is not quite as soft as the makeup remover cloth. It has a little bit of exfoliation going on with it too. This is what I use to take off my makeup just because that's what I started with, and that's what I got used to. But for eye makeup, I definitely recommend the makeup remover cloth because it is just a little bit softer. All you do, get them wet with water, wash everything off, rinse it with hot water afterwards. I know some people, they come in a 3-pack, and I know some people bought them thinking, you know, one for different members of the family. I'll tell you how I use mine, because I notice if I don't get all the makeup rinsed out effectively, I do notice a little bit of a smell after a couple of days. I think that's for 2 reasons, because number one, my cloth is not drying all the way by the time I use it next. Part of what's important with your cloths is letting them dry. That's when they self-sanitize. So what I've done is I have 3 hooks in my bathroom. They come in a set of 3. I use one, then, you know, I just alternate days. Rinse them out good with hot water after I use them, and they're good to go again. Cleaning paste. I almost forgot to show you the cleaning paste, and you can't forget cleaning paste because it's awesome. What is that? Cleaning paste is for when you need just a little extra scrubbing power. It is made of just 3 ingredients: marbled flour, natural soap, and a trace of coconut oil. So it's very safe, very easy to use. No fumes, no gloves, no nothing. You don't have to use any of that stuff. I have a piece of tile here that I got from one of the home stores. I don't know if you can tell, but I picked one that has some ridges and stuff in it, so it's not just a flat surface. I wrote on it with my Sharpie marker. I promise it was an actual permanent marker. I'm not trying to trick you or anything, but I wanted to let it dry on there just a little bit. So what I just have my EnviroCloth here. I got it wet, at least the corner of it, and I'm just taking and rubbing over. I should show you the paste. This is the paste. Mine's a hot mess because I let my husband use it, but it's a very soft, powdery type feeling, but it scrubs in an amazing sort of way. So all you do is just take your cloth, scrubby, sponge, whatever you want to use, rub it over the top. Just takes a tiny little bit here, and I'm just going to get this right off. No trouble whatsoever. You can see it just goes right away. Okay, so now don't get dizzy, but doing this by myself, so I'm going to spin you around and show you some of my very own before and after pictures. No judgment allowed, please. The first one, this is my oven. Can you see the before and after of my oven? My oven was horrendous. It's a big job cleaning the oven, kind of like I said about the shower. Fumey, never felt like I got it all the way clean. Even if I did, I felt like it was full of fumes and chemicals. Even for the next couple times I started my oven, I hated it. It made me sick. I knew it wasn't good. So cleaned my oven with a Sperry sponge, which is our scrubber sponge, and cleaning paste, and it came out amazing. The next pictures are actually a friend of mine, Shelly. we cleaned a lake house, and you can see the rusty water stains that had been there for years and years. They were getting ready to sell the place, and she actually didn't even use a scrubber. She used the EnviroCloth and cleaning paste and got it looking like that. Simply amazing. The tub at the same lake house, you can see all the pink rusty soap scummy stuff came right off. EnviroCloth and cleaning paste. It is amazing. Okay, so I'm going to let you shop now. That's the fun part, right? I know I didn't touch on every single thing that is in our little mini album even, let alone the entire Norwex catalog, but I'll be here, so please feel free to ask questions, call me, text me, post them on the party here, whatever you want. If there's a specific product that you want to see or know more about, see a video on, let me know. I can post all kinds of stuff to help you out there. I also want to encourage you too, there's always YouTube, when maybe not for tonight, I'm not suggesting that, but in the future, once you get your products, or if you're curious about products in the future, there's so much out there. There's so much great information. So I did pick some of my favorites tonight, as you saw, and I hope you enjoyed them. Thank you for putting up with my technical difficulties on my videos here, and thanks for bearing with me. I hope you have fun shopping, and let me know what I can do for you.